Hi everyone. It's almost 11 o'clock at night. Just trying to get my watch right now so I know what time it is. It says 54 right there. I can use that. Just trying to get done with this and everything. I have a lot going on, and if I get done tonight, get it up, it's done and over with. So what we're going to talk about is my trip to Rome last weekend, which was pretty amazing. Today is Thursday night. It's 11 o'clock. I left at 2 o'clock on Friday morning in the morning for the bus stop in Mannheim, and I take a train to the airport in the area. And it took a while. My flight was at 6:15 in the morning, so it was a long day. And then I got into Rome and I take a bus in. I think I finally got eventually into Rome. We landed early too. I got to Rome at 9:45 in the morning. Got to my hostel in center Rome and whatnot. It's just south of the main station called Termini at a metro stop called Cavour. Nice hostel, a little bit different. The Italians are definitely very laid back compared to us. The infrastructure is not too good. Rome is a huge major city in Europe, and they only have 2 subway lines and bus lines, but it's congested, everything's filled, the buses are smaller, whatnot. So, going to the hostel, the Cavour is on the B line, just south of Termini, and right one more stop further south is it's called Colosseo, I think, in Italian, but it's the Colosseum. So I was able to walk down there right afterwards. John, my friend, is in Rome studying for the semester, so I was going there to meet up with him. He had class on Friday at the Roman Forum, which is right next to the Colosseum. It's all the old Roman government buildings used during the time of the Roman Empire, the remnants. There's not really any big buildings left. There's a few, but not many. So I went to the Colosseum, went inside, and got a ticket that was joined for that, the Colosseum and the Forums. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Words can't do it justice. Check out the pictures, which will hopefully be up next week. I need to devote a few hours' time to getting them up and whatnot. It was amazing going to the Forum and to the Colosseum. Seriously, the first sight you think of, besides the Vatican in Rome, is the Colosseum, I guess you'd say, and seeing that definitely was awe-inspiring, and just being inside of it and learning all about it, especially through our Development of Western Civilization class of Province, is something that was remarkable. John, I met up with him after that. He was right there. I was in the Forum when he'd done. We went to get lunch, and on our way there, well, I was looking for an ATM. We passed the Trevi Fountain, which was really cool. Walking by, it's not in a big square. It's just sort of a fountain, and then there's a path, the roads leading around it. After lunch, we went and got this amazing pasta, which was really, really good Italian food. Every single thing was good, especially the gelato, the pizza, and the pasta. So definitely, if you ever go to Rome, check out all that things. Try all the different varieties with all the different fruits, veggies. Well, fruits is gelato, veggies, and the pizza and pastas. The varieties are endless, and almost anything can taste good unless you hate one specific thing. So definitely do that. We walked past the Spanish Steps. John had a class after that. He has 3 hours of Italian every day, Monday to Thursday, but I think this week he had on Friday. So I went and took a nap back at the hospital, which I needed desperately. Afterward that, we went over to one of his friends. They all live in apartments with families, which is really cool. So one of his friends, host families, the mom's an artist or graphic designer or something, that shakes pictures and does stuff with them on the computer, had a gallery opening where she's presenting at a clothing store that night. It was really cool being just able, it was all Italian, we were the only Americans there, 4 of us, and we went to dinner afterwards. It was very, very nice. The dinner was on our own as Americans. Once again, it was good. It's seriously, everything was good. John and I then went back into the city. It was sort of just in a residential section to the northeast, I think. It was still definitely north of the main city. Went back into the city, got off at Termini. We took a bus in. And from there, we proceeded to walk down the A line, which leads into the main part of Rome, where, what is it called, where the Spanish Steps are, that type of thing. And his school is on the way to the Spanish Steps. Also, we walked by the Republic. It's called Republika, I think, or something, but that's how you say it in German. Really cool center. I think the opera is there. Nothing really big right now. Romans have a lot of old buildings, but not much to them except for a little bit of history. Went to there. We got gelato and went down the Spanish Steps, which was nice because there weren't as many people there, just besides those stupid people selling things. If you've ever been abroad in major cities such as Paris, Rome being on that list, London doesn't have too much of these. Germany, not really. but they're the street peddlers who just do stupid things, and you always worry about pickpockets. In Paris, I compare them to the guys at the Eiffel Tower, like, if that gives you an idea. So after that, went back. It was already midnight. It was very late. The gallery opening was at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock, so everything's done on a later scale in Rome. After that morning, John had class all day again. They had to go to the Colosseum. So I went into the Vatican, and I started with the Vatican Museum because I heard things about the line. And I got there very early, about 9:15 or so, and I had to wait in line for an hour to get in. But it was very cool being in the Vatican Museum. Being in the Vatican itself is just pretty amazing. The Vatican Museum has a lot of different art. The book said that the Vatican makes all its money by hoarding art in the Vatican Museum, but that's not true because all the art that it has, well, most of it, is on the walls of the Vatican Museum. They painted on them, and it's just amazing. If you ever heard of the School of Athens, it's just an amazing portrait. Also, the Sistine Chapel, Michelangelo's masterpieces there. Just really can't say enough about that. Just, it was awe-inspiring looking up and being in there, and it seriously is something that I couldn't imagine seeing in my day. Definitely something that I can't get over to this day. After I went through the Vatican Museum, I walked through twice because that's how good it is. There's just so much to see there that you can't. Being there in such a short amount of time, I definitely have to go spend more time there looking at all the different things. Yeah, I think I went out the wrong entrance, like group exit or something like that. And I was right next to the entrance to the top, to go to the top of St. Peter's Basilica, so I got up there, I walked up to the top. Amazing views being on top of St. Peter's Basilica. The first time I saw the inside was at the top of the dome on the halfway up point of the walk. Just looking down into like the main part of the church, the Basilica was amazing. Walking up to the top and looking out all of Rome, the weather was beautiful the entire time there. The temperature was about 25 degrees on average, which is about 80, 85 or so. In Germany, we've been wearing scarves already and everything. So that was pretty amazing. After that, walked down, ended up in the Basilica, which was amazing. Just can't describe it. Can't describe it. Right there is also the what is it called? The Pietà is just something that's also unbelievable. Just seeing that, also being in the presence of, I guess, where just having so much faith-based stuff in my life and seeing it for like the place where all this is, like where all the popes are buried, not all of them, but most of them. All this different things. It was just can't say enough about it. Walked outside after spending about an hour into the Basilica, and went and looked around St. Peter's Square. Just really amazing seeing the papal quarters. Just seeing with everything after Pope John Paul II passed away, seeing all the pictures of where the bells were, where the papal apartments are, and in perspective to all this, or the columns of St. Peter's. It's just something you can't get enough of. I'm going to end this one here now. I have some time. It's going to be 2, and I'll be going to talk later about the rest of my time, starting with the second half of Saturday, Sunday, and which that will only take 5 minutes. So check back.